Joe Biden has just signed the NDAA into law, and along with it, over 30 pages of UFO and U.A.P. related documents confirming the existence of AARO. And this is a huge deal and a major step forward in UFO disclosure and just progress in the UFO field in general. So let's talk about it for a few minutes. This is Jack Connor with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. And comment below as I'm going through the story. Also, please consider becoming a channel member to support Cosmic Road and to allow me to make the best videos I know how, the best videos you deserve. See the first line in the description on how to do that. So yeah, as most of you are aware, we have historic language in the NDAA, finally passed Congress, both chambers, and made its way to the president's desk. And now it is officially signed into law. So we have a new UFO program in the Pentagon that has been formally created right now today. What does this mean? We don't know. And there's a new wrinkle in that Biden has said he does not like the idea of the executive branch being forced to submit reports to Congress. And that could be a problem. If he's not willing to pony up with the sensitive information, then how can Congress, effectively manage this? Also, I don't know if we know precisely what is in those 30 pages. When something goes through Congress, well, there's two chambers, obviously, and sometimes there will be changes in a bill from one chamber of Congress to the next. And if there are discrepancies between those different versions, then they have to go through another process where they are made into the final bill submitted to the president. So I'm not sure if there were any changes made, and if there's any significance to those. So, we need to comb through those documents and those pages and see precisely what was just signed into law. That said, I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, this is the biggest thing that has happened in ufology in a long time. The formal creation of this new office, the All-Domain Anomalous Resolution Office, or whatever it's supposed to be called, AARO. They were going to change its name into something more cumbersome, but it looks like, thankfully, they're just going to stick with AARO. Much easier to say, much catchier, so that's awesome. I'm also unclear on the leadership of AARO, if it's going to be run by Kirkpatrick, who is apparently an ally of Bray and Moultrie. Then I don't really have much faith in it, honestly. It's just going to be more of the same Project Blue Book crap where they just lie to us and, pretend like they're running an investigation into the phenomenon. But really, they're just perpetuating the same cover-up that they always have. So I'm really hoping for some new leadership with AARO, somebody actually committed to furthering the publicly known information on UFOs and U.A.P. and our, relationship with the phenomenon, if you will, or greater understanding of it, leading to some interaction and relationship with it in a public way. Because I believe that, some aspect of the government, the breakaway civilization, as Richard Dolan calls it, has been, deep in this stuff, neck deep in this stuff forever. I call me crazy, but I looking at, from the research I've done, it appears very strongly that, some aspects of the military and the government are working with the beings and have for decades. If you believe in deep underground military bases, you will, likely believe there are, deep underground military bases with layers and different levels with different atmospheres and environments in which different beings live. And there are whole colonies or even cities of these beings living underground and working, very closely with the military and the government. And it's not even strictly the U.S. government. According to Lance Corporal Wygant, he saw, and I think it was Brazil, where he happened upon or was sent to secure this crash site of a UFO, although he didn't know that's what it was. He got there, it was a crashed UFO, he went inside, interacted with the beings, then the Air Force showed up and arrested him because he wasn't supposed to do that, and they brought him back to their base where the crash retrieval program was operating out of. And when he got there, he saw it was a multinational effort. There were people from China there. So, if his story is true, and it rings true, but, who knows, then there is a multinational effort that has been underway for decades, and the control group may not strictly be American. All of which is to say that the government has been involved in this stuff for a long time. They've been heavily, heavily involved in it, according to my research. If you have different research that has led you to different conclusions, absolutely, that's great. And let me know what you think in the comments below. But my research has led me to a different place, and I believe that the beings are working with the government, maybe even multiple governments. And so what's happening right now is what's only available to the public to know and to the mainstream government, because I believe that this is only a faction of the government that is involved in this stuff. And like I say, there's more than just our government involved. There's probably other governments. There's, aspects of the private sector, probably large aspects of the private sector. But my research has led me to believe the government or whoever is working with the beings and has been for a long time. So what's going on right now is historic, and it's important, and most of all, it's public. But if we don't have the right leadership, it's going to be Project Blue Book all over again, because we've gotten this far before. There has been a government program researching UFOs before, and it lasted for a long time. But it was a disingenuous effort designed to debunk the phenomenon. Secretly, there was some investigation into the reality of the phenomenon, but the interesting cases got kicked upstairs. It went somewhere else, presumably to the control group. But yeah, so we have gotten this far before. Never with language written the way it is in these 30-plus pages. Which outlines a very clear scenario and a very clear agenda for the program, including whistleblower protection and other really good stuff that could, lead to some juicy fruit, if you will. But only if the intentions of the leadership are honest, and, at the moment, I'm not persuaded that they are. Kirkpatrick is an ally of Bray and Moultrie, who lied before Congress and the American public, and don't seem to have any desire to be open about the phenomenon to the public. Indeed, quite the opposite. So while I am celebrating today, it's a very cautious celebration, and we need to see where things lie when the organization is formed, and we need to see who the leaders are. Honestly, I wish it were out of the Pentagon entirely. I think that is where secrets go to die. And, we deserve better for this program. I wish it were completely run by Congress and even staffed by Congresspeople. I wish Representative Tim Burchett, who's a really great advocate for this issue, I wish somebody like him were running the show. Or Harry Reid back when he was alive. But yeah, get it out of the Pentagon, guys. Hell, I wish the government weren't even involved. But, it's good that at least, since it is in the government, theoretically we can get historical data on this stuff going back to Roswell and before. Originally, they were going to try to get data going back to 1945. I sincerely hope that is still in place and that they are able to get that data. Time will tell, but what do you think? Are you optimistic? Are you cautiously optimistic? Are you jaded and just don't think this is going to go anywhere and this is all a smokescreen and another Project Blue Book? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Please smash the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss a single video. Please join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. And please, if you enjoy these videos, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. See the first line in the description below, and there's 2 tiers of membership to receive exclusive access and videos. Until next time, this is Jack with Cosmic Road.